Today here on ETimes, we're talking history and opulence. Hi, this is me, Hesha Chima, and join me in welcoming the star cast of Taj-Divided by Blood. Welcome, 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 and congratulations. The trailer has been dropped today.
ऐसा ट्रेलर किसी ने नहीं देखा आज तक.
But Aditi, I want to start off by saying this, that Anarkali, when I think about it, obviously we all go back to Madhubala ji, right? And now when I'm thinking about you, but you're doing full justice. Like, I've seen the trailer, so I know you're looking really, really pretty. How did you get associated to the whole project and this particular role?
First of all, let me just sigh because, it's a tough one.
Yeah.
Mughalism is iconic. Anarkali is iconic. Madhubala is iconic.
Sub pressure points.
Real chota muh badi baat kind of situation. But honestly, when this first came to me, and don't ask me how so many period dramas come into my life, I'm actually very happy about it. I love it. I love epic love stories and I love period dramas. I love history. And so when this first came to me, I was actually doing other stuff that was also kind of, I was doing other period stuff, etc. And I was just like, now how am I going to take on one more epic, bit of material, etc. And then I had this lovely meeting with Ron, our director, and William and Simon, the writers. And I was just so taken in by just their enthusiasm, that they so wanted me to play this part. And I think it was just infectious. Their enthusiasm is very infectious. Also, the fact that, history has been told and retold so often in over time, that I felt like this retelling of this story, as well as, of course, creative license, just made it really exciting for me too. And I feel like somewhere, because it was so collaborative, they gave me a lot of freedom to sort of interpret it the way that we all felt made sense to the story that we were telling. And I don't want to say so much because it's releasing very soon.
Yeah.
But one thing I'll say, that like Ron always started off this thing by saying Anarkali is a tragic heroine. And I always said, yeah, she's tragic for you, for people who watch the story, but she's not tragic for herself. For herself, she's full of hope. She's a very loyal lover. Yeah. She's fearless, she's spirited, she's willing to stand by her love despite whatever punishment she gets. So that's what I found really incredible about Anarkali, and yeah, so I think that's what it was. I don't know what else to say without saying too much.
So coming to you, Aashim, I saw the trailer and you guys all, actually even both of you, Taaha, Shubham, both of you, all of you look so different except Aditi in the trailer that it's very difficult to recognize and be like...
But she's not supposed to be a brother, na?
Not you.
Not you.
Like in general, let's say real life, we all look different in the trailer. You all look different.
Thanks.
Good.
No?
But coming to you, what kind of preparation went for you as far as playing Salim was concerned?
Okay, so I'll be really honest. I was, I only had a week, and there was a lot to do. I hadn't read the script. I did not know how to ride a horse. I was not skilled in sword fighting. So I remember during the week that I had, because I was shooting for somebody for something else, and in the week that I was supposed to start shooting for Taj, I was going for my horse riding lessons, and I would read an episode on my way, and then on my way back to my sword fighting, I would read another. That's how I read the script. And I remember, like Aditi said before, I went to Ron and I was just so nervous, and I said, you gotta hold me together because I'm crumbling. I don't know what to do, because it's not something that's, it's not my language. It's Urdu. There's a lot of the things that I'm not like usually used to saying or talking in that manner. So it definitely required a lot from me as Salim, and the amount of days I had to be on set. But I guess he just, like, the way Ron and William spoke to me, and they comforted me, and just, they made me feel so, like, involved. And they just said, you know what, there's a reason why we fought for you. And they really did. I know it to the last, like, till the time I got cast, I know how everybody had fought for me being Salim. And it was, it was their vision, which I'm very grateful for. And eventually, like, Z5 to really believe that I could play Salim. And and it's just the conversations with them, like they would make me feel so comfortable and involved in this, that eventually I found Salim in myself, and somewhat tried to make it as human as possible and as real as I could. But yeah, like it took me a lot. Those 7 days, I mean, and even like the entire time that we shot, it was very, very. I mean, I had to be hands-on all the time, and it was brutal. Like wearing those costumes, our war sequences, and just being in and out of all of that. It was.
Plus, never missing the dialect.
But I have to interject. I actually was more worried, and I was freaking out because I used to talk to him all day. And I used to ask him, "Ye wala pad liya," and this and that. And then later, he was staying at this very hotel at the time, and I would come like a mistress late night.
Why are you a fuck?
What's
wrong with this?
He's a mistress.
No, I would like to add to what he's saying. Basically, like at that point, I was also like, it was a lot. There was a lot going on. And I would just tell him and I used to be like, you know what, let's just chat. Because it was our relationship was as such. And I had a much loving relationship with him than Murad. So I was like, let's just chat, let's just talk about it. I don't want to, like, I've read whatever I had to, but let's see how we can make this very interesting and add nuances that, and you know, and then we went on set, and it was I actually, like, we were able to add a lot of stuff that we spoke about, and I hope that's come out really well. I really hope that it did.
He's so good, man. I have to say
mutual admiration
he's
is
so
happening.
good.
Brother love.
Because I remember very clearly that he was not even like he literally was reading on his way to horse riding or sword fighting, and I was like, how is he going to do this? Firstly, everyone is jealous of him because we all tested for Salim, and everyone wanted Salim. So I was like, isko mil gaya aur mujhe koi stupid sa excuse diya. But this guy, from the first day, I remember shooting my first scene with him, and I was like, मैं नहीं हूँ सलीम यार, यही है. Because he was so effortlessly, like, yeah.
Aashim, are you shedding tears?
No, I'm not.
No,
maybe
he's shed enough.
But yeah, you have to watch him as Salim.
I don't want to be Salim, just putting it out there.
Yeah, she was very happy with what she had. But Taaha and Shubham specifically, you know, when you guys are like doing this and you all have like such an ensemble cast, when there's Dharamji and Nasiruddin Shah, of course, you have them here, and Rahul Bose and Sandhya Mrudula and on and on. Do you feel like any pressure? Are you all nervous on set? Or is it just like, ki, nahi yaar, aage koi bhi ho, I know how to go about with it?
I mean,
like the cold feet that we all get sometimes.
I mean, to be very honest, first of all, as Shubham put it, let's just say that all the characters that we have portrayed, the casting has been done right. First of all, I was never supposed to be part of the show. This character was already locked. Somehow, this random audition came my way, which wasn't even seen. But on the last day when they were about to take the call, they actually said, let's just watch this guy's audition. And they watched it. And then that's how I got the call back. Even after the meeting with William and Ron, Ron did not want me. Ron said, my heart is set on this other guy, and he would be much better than him. But William, you know, he stood forth and he supported. He didn't even know me. He just met me once, but he's like, I know that this is the right guy.
So glad you did, bro.
Oh, thanks, man. I mean, you know, to be very honest, it's you know, you work with a lot of people, but then to work with, again, like he said, everybody wanted Salim, because he's the, you know, he's Salim, you know, he gets an Arcali, whatever the thing is. But the point is that in this three brothers relationship, I feel that off screen as well, I think we have a good camaraderie. We have a good brotherly kind of attitude towards each other. I am in no way envious of Salim. I told him at many occasions that he would be the best Salim. I would be the best Murad. I would not, in this show, Salim is played rightly by the man. All my rage, internal rage, rejections, intolerance, just in life in general, you know, I think I could bring it out in Murad, right? And I did not want to play those chocolate boy characters anymore. And I was desperately, you know, hoping to God, praying that something comes my way. And I was 100% sure that this was not going to go my way either, because every time it's like you reach somewhere and then you get pulled down again. So, but stars clicked and it happened. Now, talking about the nervousness, I honestly feel nervous until action is being said, and it's not because of their reputation or because of them being senior actors, but it's more the nervousness that I want to do my best, and I want to be able to portray this character in a way which is emotional, and yet because he's looked upon, or the character is looked upon as negative, but there's a vulnerability in his heart that he plays with, that that's where everything arises from. So there was no nervousness because of the big people. It was more of awe. It was more respect. It was more like she said that she was always opening to listening, and I would say that is one of the most important things that I think I learned from, whether it be Nasir sir. Dharam sir, we weren't able to shoot with. Sandhya ma'am, I guess he shot with more, but Nasir sir, I guess I would say that it's been an honor and privilege to work with them. No nervousness, just awe and inspiration.
Right. Okay, so you know what I'm going to do, right? I'm going to play
I
like
didn't answer. Hello.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, your answer.
Please.
So
I took your time.
मैं ready बैठा था, मुझे answer देना है.
मतलब मैंने पूरा mentally ऐसे note बना लिया था, ये बोलूँगा, and then you just like.
Can you give all my answers?
I can try. So my first thing was that I had to like make sure that Nasir sir and Aditi and all of these actors were very comfortable. I didn't want them to be nervous around me. And,
Acha.
I'm joking.
I know.
Are you?
No, yeah, I was freaking out because
Were you wearing her costumes?
No. I've only seen them. Like I've been watching her work and his work, and also for me it was like surreal to just like sort of be in their presence, and I would totally like act like this kid with like reverse psychology कि मैं बात ही नहीं करूँगा, मैं ignore करूँगा, और मैं मतलब that's how I'll gain my attention. That's how I used to be. Yeah, it didn't work at all.
Yeah, see?
Nothing. But when the Nasir sir, it didn't, because then I decided to go the other way and I decided to kiss ass.
That you did really well, brother.
Yeah, which
worked?
Yeah, which worked in my favors, and how? We have a texting calling relationship.
You got something brown over there, bro.
What? Where? Sorry.
Yeah! Oh my god!
Taaha yaar.
Ew!
It's disgusting, bro. That's graphic. Anyway, yeah.
Wait, how do I unsee that?
You cannot talk.
That's so graphic.
You have to be an anime character.
Yeah, no, that's it. Yeah, matlab, thank you for working with me. Thank you.
सबको call करो अभी. सबको message करो.
आज रात को सबको message करो.
Thanks, yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you so much, guys, for chatting with us.
Thank you.
All
Thank
the
you so
very
much.
best for the show. 3rd March. We're all very excited.
Thank you
Very much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.